Okay, welcome. Now in this video we'll see how to create a partition in Windows 10 operating system. Normally we will get the PCs with the single drive only, either it may be C most probably. Okay, but most of the cases we need to split that hard disk into multiple partitions with our custom separations. Okay, now let me show in my system how we can proceed the partitioning and all. Okay, if you see this is my laptop. Here I'm having nearly 250 GB SSD. Okay, not HDD, SSD. Fine, now I want to split this C drive into multiple drives. Okay, then how to partition the things and how to delete the partitioned item into again how can we shrink it. Okay, now we'll see. As I updated, this is 250 GB 256 GB SSD, right? So out of this, most of the things OS will occupy some 10 to 15 GB, and I stored some of the applications inside C drive as well. Sorry. Now I have a requirement where I need to split this hard disk. Okay, for splitting, we are aware that normally for splitting we need to provide the space in terms of MBs. Okay, so 1 GB is nothing but 1024 MB. Okay, now assume in my laptop presently available means 237 GB. Okay, 237 GB. When I did the okay, before going to that, we'll move to the partitioning place, then we can get to know the all other information, how to proceed partitioning and all. Okay, yeah. So in your icon, this PC, just right click and go to the manage icon. Here you can see the disk management. Okay, on click of disk management, you can able to see the existing partitions and all. But here if you see, by default Windows 10 the file system is NTFS file system, and this 100 MB is nothing but healthy. Sorry, this 100 MB is for operating system healthy, and this 529 MB NTFS is for recovery purpose. Okay, now I want to partition this 237 GB NTFS file system. Okay, come to this and right click and go to the shrink volume section. So it will take some time just to analyze your hard disk space and all, how much everything. Okay, yeah, I'll keep this aside, then I will tell. Yeah, if you see the total size before shrink in MB, at presently in my C I am having 237 GB. The same thing is here. Okay, total size before shrinking, and everything will be MB as I updated earlier. And size of available shrink space, this is the space available. Out of full hard disk already I consumed some amount, so nearly 192 GB is available one. Okay, this is 192 available space. Fine, now we need to provide here how much space we need. Okay, for that what I'm going, yeah, so I want to do 34 GB as separate partition from my 237 192 hard disk space. So 192 minus 34, so that space the C drive will be present, and there will be separate drive created for this 34 GB. Okay, now 34 GB we need to provide in terms of MBs, right? So 34 into 1024, so this will be 34816. Okay, 34816 MB we need to provide like this. This is nothing but 34 GB. Now I am clicking on the shrink option. Okay, now my hard disk will be splitted and it is showing as 34 GB unallocated. Got it, right? Don't worry, by seeing this unallocated, what you need to do after this, you need to go here and new simple value. You will get the new simple volume wizard. Next, this is simple volume size as it is we are going. Okay, and maximum disk space in MB, fine. 316 we given, but it is taking 815, that is okay. I'm going to next and assign the following drive letter. It will provide which letter we need to provide for the newly created one. I am going with the default one, that is D. Okay, do not assign drive letter, fine. Then I am going to next. If you see here, as updated Windows 10 is NTFS file system it is taking, right? And another one, yeah, volume label. If you want, we can change the name as well. I will provide just data. Okay, and then one quick format, enable file and folder compression, fine. I'm going to next. So everything wizard is completed. I'm clicking finish. Now if you see, select the choose removable, right? That is fine. Now there is another drive D is created, and if you see, my C drive is space is removed, means previously how much I am having, say 237, right? 237 minus 34 GB, we created separate drive. Now 203, so my C is having 203 and D is separate hard disk. Now if you see, same thing from the Windows, right? Yeah, now I am having C drive and I am having D drive as well. As updated, even though we provided 34 GB, but it is created like 33.9 GB. The remaining 1 MB it took for the swapping purpose. Okay, now we can open and we can paste our data inside this as well. This is one thing. Okay, now the partition is completed. Now I want to delete this newly created volume. Then what is the procedure? Okay, for this again I will create one more simple partition with 4 GB, then I will reallocate that one. Okay, now yeah, right click on this PC, go to manage, yeah, seems this is recording fine. Yeah, go to disk management. If you see, again I am having C and D drive, right? Now go to C drive and go to shrink volume. It will analyze sometime and it will provide the how much space available, all space details, what is the total size, what is the available thing, and now in this case we will create 4 GB separate drive. Okay, 4 into 1024 we need to provide in terms of MBs, right? So 4096 4096. MB is nothing but 4 GB. Okay, now I am going for shrinking. Yeah, if you see 4 GB unallocated space. Now right click on this and new simple volume. Next 14096 I provided, but it is taking minimum disk space in MB, 8 MB it is taking, right? So we are getting 1 MB as less. I am going to next. Now see D is completed. Now it is asking E as default one. If you want we can change it, but I am giving as it is E and clicking to next. This is the, this time I am not changing any of the volume label. I'm clicking on OK. Yes, finish. If you see, even now new volume also created. New volume also created with E. Okay, this is how we can create the partitioning. Now next step is we need to delete the created volumes. Okay, it's not a shrinking, it's a deletion of volume. Okay, now let's say this 4 GB again we will give it back to the C drive itself. Okay, for that what you need to do, click on this and delete volume. There is option. Okay, click on delete volume. Deleting this volume will erase all data on it. Backup any data you want to keep before deleting. You want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. It is just giving warning. If any data is there, please copy into different folder. Okay, yeah, now the space is unallocated. The status is came to unallocated status. So now came to C drive and extend the volume. So whichever the pieces, volume pieces available, right, that pieces it is accumulating. C drive is accumulating. Now if you see, C drive is 199 GB, right? This time we are deleting this partition, right? So we need to add this 4 GB to this 199 GB. Okay, now click on next. This is the selected one, 4 GB. Okay, now go for next. Disk selected, disk 0. You selected the following settings. Fine, finish. Yeah, if you see, now we got the 4 GB. Whatever partitioned hard disk again came into the C drive, that is 203.84 GB. Like this we can create the partitions, and if we don't want we can merge the unused space into single disk. Okay, by using deletion of volume. Okay, delete volume or extend volume we can call. Okay, if this video is helpful, please follow SSL. Okay, like, subscribe, share and like. Okay, thank you.